Hello, what is your
Hello.
name?
Hey guys, I'm Pranav.
And what are you doing here?
I'm volunteering for Health for Helpers.
And what is Health for Helpers?
So, Health for Helpers is an NGO that seeks to educate the average helper or helpers that we find in and around our vicinity and our neighborhood, within our own colonies and in our own houses, in fact, on the dangers of having things such as high blood pressure and sugar. And yeah, today we are running a camp where we check the blood pressure and sugar of a lot of helpers within the colony here today, and we've also given them like suggestions on how they can maintain their health.
And what is your opinion on Health for Helpers?
I think it's a great initiative simply because I don't think people are socially conscious to the extent of like the people around their vicinity. And I mean, a lot of times I think the people that help us the most are taken for granted. So in that sense, in my opinion at least, this is a very good initiative, and people should encourage the people that help them in and around the house to come get their BP and sugar tested, simply because I don't think it's something that like instinctively comes to them, and the consequences of it can be really bad.
Okay, and how informed do you think the average helper is on their blood pressure and the sugar?
From my experience today, I can tell that the average worker or helper has barely any idea about sugar or BP. Just today we had people who would probably check their BP or sugar like 10-15 years ago or back when they were pregnant, which isn't good. They should technically be checking it as often as they can, because I mean it is something that can change over time. But even then, a lot of them, even though they knew to a certain extent what sugar and BP was, they didn't have enough knowledge or they weren't aware enough to do something about it and effectively live a healthier life. So I think it is very important for the average worker to be educated about the problems of high sugar and BP.
Okay, and how do you think the average worker can go about making small lifestyle changes, such as exercising or maybe quitting something like drinking and smoking on a regular basis?
Exactly. So, in my opinion, I think the average helper could like cut down on things such as drinking or smoking if they do have such habits in order to improve their lifestyle. They can also like go on evening walks. They can probably change their diet, because a lot of these guys might not have the right diet simply because of the situations they might work in or the time constraints they might have, and all this does add to like problems such as high BP and sugar. So in that sense, I think that is something that they could change about their lives, and we could also help them change this by like allowing them to eat at proper times and nutritious meals and stuff like that.
And anything else you would like to say about Health for Helpers or
I
the
think
situation?
Definitely. I think anyone that can should come and volunteer, and in fact, anyone that does have a helper or worker that they probably can't live without simply because of the value they add to your life, please come volunteer or ask them to come get their BP and sugar checked at this camp that happens, I guess, every week or every month maybe.
Okay, thank you.